I know that Julie, who is a wonderful, decent, God-fearing woman and that I am blessed to have been married to and been with for over 30 years now, an excellent mother. She's at home with Chloe right now, and Chloe will not let her go. So we're blessed to have our family back, and we're blessed to be coming back to television because we do have a much bigger story to tell now than we ever have.
Do you have any remorse for the actions that led to your evictions?
Oh, you must be CNN. Do I have any remorse? I would have remorse if it was something that I did.
Well, your wife did apologize last year in February.
Well, let me explain to you how that works, if you don't mind.
Yeah.
You're placed in a position as a defendant to either bow down and kiss the ass of the Department of Justice and accept responsibility for things that you did not do in order to avoid a stronger sentence. And the corruption that went on in our case is going to continue to unfold, and Alex is going to continue to give each and every one of you the evidence that as it comes in.
I know this has been a big journey for you and for you, Savannah. What is one thing that happened behind the scenes that maybe you want the public to know and to understand?
I think, obviously the biggest misconception right now is that I either paid for a pardon or slept for a pardon.
That's something I would have done.
That's the biggest misconception right now. And if people knew the countless hours and the money and the time that I spent going to DC, literally with not a meeting scheduled, and I just got on a plane and went and said, I'm going to be in the right room at the right time and meet the right people.
What do you have to say to the people who say you were only a part?
So we had been filming, and we had just wrapped filming for all intents and purposes, and then we get the call that they had been pardoned, so we picked right back up, and we're excited because I think this new show is going to give, first off, it's going to give people a look into the trial and things that we went through, and we're going to set the record straight, put some documents out there. Alex is on there, but it comes full circle because we go back and then we get to the point where mom and dad are pardoned, and now we move forward with our lives.
That isolation and that feeling almost of not being able to associate with family and friends is almost for them feeling like part of a death, and then having them come back is almost like a second.
I also think it's very important to note that it took 7 years to issue a formal indictment.
Exactly.
So the investigation was going on for almost a decade. And when you look at it, our judge was the youngest African-American female appointed by Obama. So she allowed so many things to come into trial with the Fourth Amendment violations, and magistrate judge ruled that all the evidence must be thrown out because it was obtained illegally.
So, it was under the first Trump administration when the investigation happened and the charges, so how can it be political?
The media loves to run with this $30 million scheme without doing the research to look into the documents, and there was no $30 million scheme. But I just appreciate the administration looking into it and seeing the faults within our case, the corruption, and just the weaponization of the DOJ. So we are just so excited and moving forward. Obviously, getting them home the past 2.5 years, I have fought. That was my #1 priority, was getting my parents home. But now that they're home, now we move on to all the other men and women that are in the system and getting them home.
Thank you. Y'all have a wonderful day. God bless.
Thank you.